Hey friends, welcome to another video. Alright, we're checking out some more artwork here. Um, so far no one's offered me my $1.5 million for my paintings, but we'll see, that might change. So here we are checking out a famous painting by Jason Pollock. It's called Convergence. And apparently the only thing you need in order to sell art for a lot of money is just a lot of colors, and then you just have to be able to describe it so someone with a lot of money thinks that you're drawing something that you're that trying to explain something that's in the painting that they can supposedly see, but it's so in depth and so amazing that it just um, portrays all this stuff that you're describing. So this one here, I mean, it just looks like it looks like the canvas maybe they put down underneath the painting itself when they're painting, and these are the drippings here. And then the guy was just like, "Hey, I'll just say this is my artwork too," and just say, "Oh, I don't know what kind of story you make up for this. This is the deep." The struggle between good and evil is the white representing the good, and the evil is the black there, and then the red is the kind of I don't know, just make up some kind of weird thing that people will buy, and then let's see what this one says here. Okay, over the short 44 years of his life, Jackson Pollock painted an impressive 363 paintings. Impressive. Well, I think I could do 363 of these in one day. Let's check out some more of Jackson Pollock's paintings. Famously known for his drip techniques, or dropping paint on a canvas, I'm guessing. And many of these dynamic paintings that he have produced have made their mark on the art world and can be claimed as notable. Apparently, this is notable when seemingly a chimpanzee with a couple art colors could make this without too much trouble. And yet convergence, yes, the one-word name for a painting, finds itself rising to the top of the list. So this is the best this guy had to offer right here. I mean, I don't know. This is it. It rises to the top. It exemplifies an important and innovative development in the history of painting. Oh, really? Due to its embodiment of free speech and freedom of expression. Free speech and freedom of expression. How? What is expressing free speech and freedom of expression? Dropping some paint on a cloth. Okay, good story though. Pollock through this painting. Okay, here comes the story here. Expressed thoughts of the threat of communism and the Cold War with Russia. Prove it. No one looking at this painting is going to be, oh, I can see the inner turmoil here between communist and the communism and Russia, and this just portrays all that. It just brings the whole thing to light. You know, it has been described as everything that American stood for, all wrapped up in a messy but deep pack. Who described that? I could describe it as it looked like a chimpanzee got loose in a paint store and dropped a bunch of paint on the ground, and this is what it came up with. Good golly, everything that Americans stood for, all wrapped up in a messy but deep pack. You got to be kidding me. United States Ford Jigsaw Puzzle Company released Convergence of 340 Freeze, promoted as the world's most difficult puzzle. Really? Somehow I doubt that as well, since you could just do an all-white one with 340 pieces. I guarantee it's going to be more difficult than that. It's further making the Pollock's impact on the country. I thought it doesn't say how much this one sold for. We got to find out. We have to find out how much Convergence sold for. So, well, let's hang tight here. Oh, wow. Okay. Hollywood entertainment magnate David Geffen has sold a classic drip painting by Jackson Pollock for about $140 million back in 2006. $140 million. I don't know. I don't know. Either someone's got way too much money on their hands. This is there is no skill here. Maybe the only skill is being able to pitch this to people with way too much money on their hands. You've got to be joking me. $140 million. Let's check out some more of Mr. Jackson Pollock's paintings. No, okay, well, there's what he looks like. I wanted to see some paintings, though. And let's see here. Guess it's, collection of artworks, if you like Jackson Pollock. Is it going to show me some more of Jackson Pollock's? Okay. If you like Jackson Pollock. Okay, so how are these indistinguishable? I mean, it just looks like a bunch of colors on a canvas here, really. There's no rhyme or reason. There's just kind of just random splotchiness on a painting here on a canvas or whatever. And there's just like, near as I can tell, there's no skill here at all. I have no artistic ability, and I could do this. I think I could probably do it better than that. I mean, you're just literally just throwing paint on a canvas here at this point. That's so ridiculous. These aren't going for nearly that price, so I mean, $1,300 is still ridiculous. You could unleash a group of kindergartners on some canvas with some crayons, and they would come up with something just as equivalent or better than this. This is ridiculous. $2,000, $6,300, $5,400. I mean, come on. That's just ridiculous. Let's move on then, though. We have more to go, more to see. Oh, we went over Ben Nicholson's paintings before. Here we are, moving on. All right, we have Helen Frankenthaler, Mountains and Sea, 1952. Okay. I mean, usually if there's a painting, I mean, I don't care if it's abstract or whatever. I think abstract is another name for I don't know how to paint, so I'm going to just say that this represents something, but I just don't know how to paint, so I'm just going to describe it, and hopefully that you think it's like a 2-year-old drawing something, and it's like, but it couldn't quite do it good enough so you can actually tell what it is, so they have to tell you, hey, Dad, it's a giraffe. I drew a giraffe, Dad, but no, you have mountains and sea. So no one's going to get mountain and sea out of this. This individual is so bad at painting. They draw this like random, looks like they took a pencil first, drew some stuff in here. I'm seeing like a mutated turtle with a mutant claw, lobster hand, turtle. I don't even know. I don't know how you get a mountain out of that. Maybe there's a sea here, so there's some blue. This is absolutely ridiculous. 1952, apparently it was when this was made up here. But, I mean, how much would you pay for this? If you saw this in an art store and there was no name associated with it or anything, and, I mean, you would literally have to pay me. You would have to pay me to take this. I'm not gonna buy. I wouldn't spend anything for this. You're kidding me, right? I would say, dude, I could draw something better than this in like literally seconds. This is stupid. I wonder how much this goes for. Let's Let's see. Let's see what they have to say about this. You know, it's abstract, so that means you can say anything you want. Mountains and Sea was celebrated for her soak stain technique, with this being the first work created using it. Soak stain, so some watered down paint. She had such lack of skill in painting that she didn't even know how to mix her paint properly. So the correct consistency is the soak stain technique. In this technique, Frankenthaler thinned down her paint with turpentine or kerosene, and the resulting fluid would be absorbed through her unprimed canvases. This stain would leave an aura that gives her work a sense of perpetual movement. It looks like an aura of perpetual inability to paint anything to me. Okay, Frankenthaler encountered Jason Paul's black and white at a gallery in New York, and thereafter embodied a more liberated process with her practice. Her abstract works, shifting and with an almost translucent feel, propose allusions to its viewers. Her light and flowy works contrasted out of the popular heavy impasto techniques of the time, thus went on to influence many artists around her. Yeah, no. How about, I mean, if you could just say stuff, no, but we're going to look this one up. Helen Frankenthaler, Mountains and Sea, and let's see if this even sold for anything. Let's Google this real quick. Right, here we go. I found this. Market Monitor. What's Frankenthaler's worth? Okay, so speculating that Helen Frankenthaler's Mountain and Sea could sell for more than $10 million. Were it to be sold at auction, the work is currently on loan in the National. Judd Tully tries to determine the market value of the artist's work. Good. I mean, you could go to any kindergarten where they put the artwork up on the wall, and you're gonna have stuff 10 times better than this. This is the artist, a breakout painting. The 1952 Mountains and Sea introduced her new technique. It's a new technique. You don't know how to mix your paints. It's so new. It flabbergasted both critics and fellow artists because it was so bad, essentially establishing her career and greatly influencing a great number of generations of painters in what would become known as color field painting. She figured out something interesting and original to do with Pollock, and she sort of stood out doing that. But she couldn't paint anything. If this is her best impression of Mountains and Sea, garbage, man, just garbage. I wonder if they have any more of these Helen Frankenthaler's stuff. Oh, there she is. She's surrounded by her paintings. Okay, we're moving on. Collections of artwork. If you like Helen Frankenthaler, what do we got here? What are we going to give me? Oh, I thought before that was loaded there, it was just like, okay, that's amazing. So some more. Just a mate, 5,700, 21 price on request. You know, when you got to request the price, it's probably like a lot. 17,000 casting call. Yeah. So this is literally, I could go into a preschool and look on the wall. What is this red trash? This is Frankly Scarlet 47, $1,200. Frankly Scarlet 52, $1,200. I get a red background and throw some black lines on there, and we can just start at Frankly Scarlet and start cranking up the price, apparently. All right, let's move on. That's this abstract thing is just crazy. Okay, what's this one? Mark Rothko, white center, yellow, pink, and lavender on rose, 1950. What am I looking at? What exactly am I looking at? This is horrendous. This is there. All right, how much could a household name to the world of abstract art? Mark Rothko produced many works that have achieved recognition. His mainstream fame and notoriety stem from white scent. This is what he's known for? By Sotheby's. When it was sold in May 2007 by Sotheby's on behalf of David Rockefeller to the royal family of Qatar for $72 million? Okay. You can't tell me that they're not laundering money with this. This is the only purpose of artwork, is for wealthy people to exchange money in a somewhat unquestioned fashion. David Rockefeller to the royal family of Qatar. So basically, they were just like paying off David Rockefeller for something. There's no other explanation for this. I wouldn't hang this. I wouldn't hang this trash in my living room. You would have to rent it to me. You would have to literally pay me like $100 a month for me to even put this in my house. There is, I think several chimpanzees could paint this easily. You've got to be joking me. There is nothing that you could say that would redeem this photo, this drawing, this painting, that could tell me that's worth anything. I'm looking at this, you just wasted the canvas. You just wasted this. You wasted, I mean, what is this? Let me guess, they're going to try to say that the paint colors are blended so exquisitely that no one else could blend them like that. And then you've perfectly drawn out those colors to display this in just this most beautiful fashion. And it's the truest mixing of these colors has ever been portrayed anywhere in art. And so therefore, that's why when you look up yellow, pink, lavender, and rose, these are the colors you would look for. And I'm guessing this top one's yellow, which is that's the ugliest yellow I've ever seen. So, I mean, if you were to puke something on the ground, that's kind of what I would think of that yellow would come out as. Like you just barfed on the ground, and there it is. Pink. I'm guessing that this is pink, which it's not even pink. Lavender, maybe. And rose is the outside. I don't even know. White center. There's no way. There is no way anyone in their right mind would pay $3 for this painting, let alone $72 million. This is pure. It's just garbage. I'm sorry. I don't think a kindergartner would even paint this bad. You wouldn't even paint anything that looked this bad. At least you'd be able to tell what it was. This is $72 million. You're joking me. All right. I can't even believe this. This is a floating color field that were placed against dividing his canvases into horizontal bands of color. This guy have a mental problem, causing them to appear as if they were floating in front of the color field they were placed against. Oh, look, the colors are floating. It's just so amazing. I don't care if you could portray it so the colors were actually physically floating in non-existent ether in front of the painting. It still wouldn't be worth $72 million. During this period, he successfully achieved, through subtle variations, a wide range of emotions and moods. Yeah, duping people into pay $72 million for that. All right, we're moving on from that trash. That was all right. This one's actually kind of pretty. I mean, there's at least some kind of. I mean, it looks like maybe you're in some enchanted forest underwater or something. Let's see what this has. Abstract painting. Abstract painting $5.99. So he didn't even name it. He's just like, this is $5.99. We're good with this one. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Let's see. Multidisciplinary artist who has produced not only abstract art, but also pure realistic photorealistic paintings. I wonder if they'll be able to show any of those photorealistic ones for us. Dun, dun, dun. No, I would like to see some more paintings by that individual. I would like to see some photorealistic ones. Let's see if we can't pull some up here. Let's see.